in the final game of the day. And when it comes to Group B, we will also see Czechia and Norway later as well. Well, Slovakia came into this tournament with high expectations, no longer the pushovers. This is a team that needs to be taken seriously. Need proof? Well, look at yesterday's win over Czechia as they were able to overcome an early 1-0 deficit, come out with a convincing 6-2 win, their biggest ever against their storied rivals. But now it's all about following it up with another strong performance against the Swiss here today. With more on that, let's say hello now to Dennis Bayak and Craig Button.
Laura, a bit of a slow start yesterday for Slovakia, but once they got going, they got going. Is it too much to say this is a bit of an identity game for Slovakia?
No, it's not too much to say. Their expectations are high, and deservedly so. And in the second and third period versus Czechia on day one, they showed how good they can be. And certainly, you come into a tournament, you have these expectations, but now this is where you build your belief. You understand, hey, we can be really good, and they beat a pretty good team in Czechia, and they made Czechia look really ordinary. In the pregame warm-up, they were playing Black-Eyed Peas, I Got a Feeling. Well, the feeling right now in the Slovakia room is one that's really good, and you want to keep that feeling going, and they have a great opportunity to build on this and cement a top 2 finish in this pool.
Slovakia could have been 3-1 last year in the preliminary round. They lost in shootout to Switzerland in the final game of that preliminary round. Laura.
Yes, we can all agree it was a fantastic start to the tournament for the Slovaks, but their only top 10 NHL draft pick was very, very quiet. Dalibor Dvorsky. How did they get him going here today, Dave?
Well, I'm not really sure how you get him going. I think he can do it on his own because he had plenty of opportunities, even though he didn't have the greatest game. I think the key is to team him up with a player like Maxim Strbek. Dvorsky is a tremendous goal scorer. He was a first-round pick, 10th overall to St. Louis. 18 goals in 20 games with Sudbury in the OHL. He can naturally do it. The guy on defense I'm paying attention to is Maxim Strbek, number 4. Great individual effort on a short-handed goal by Boris Zabka, and then he scores his first goal in 3 opportunities. It's his 3rd World Junior Championship. The experience is big time in Slovakia with both Strbek and Dvorsky in their 3rd World Championship. It's not quite the same with Switzerland, and the only player drafted in Switzerland is a defenseman, Rodwin Dionisio, and you'll recognize Rodwin because he's got some character. He scores his only goal in his last year's World Junior Championship, and then he shushes the crowd because it was Latvia and the Latvian crowd was going crazy. He turns around, he plays with some character. I love this guy. He's energetic. He's an Anaheim draft pick. He's physical. Keep an eye on number 4. Other than that, Switzerland is going to be challenged against this offensively talented Slovak team.
Well, and that's the thing. Scoring has been a major issue for the Swiss in the past at the World Juniors. They haven't won a World Junior game by more than a goal since New Year's Eve of 2019 when they upset the Finns. And yeah, as you say, the Slovaks definitely know how to score, so could be a very interesting tournament for Switzerland. And yes, this is their first game of these World Juniors. The fans, they're bundled up. They're ready to go, and we're just moments away now from puck drop on day 2 of these 2024 World Juniors from Sweden.
If you know these names, then you should watch this tournament. Follow the names we'll be talking about for years to come in the 2024 World Junior Championship. Germany faces Finland today, 8:30 a.m. Eastern on NHL Network.
Peloton. 3, 2, 1.
Let's get it. Come on.
I got you, baby.
Get up to $600 off Peloton purchases at onepeloton.com. Terms apply.
You done yet? It's 2 a.m. Why are you still scrolling through videos? You're not paying me overtime here. If you really want to see something new, why not change those shades that have been broken for the past 2 years? Let's tap the Thumbtack app, and in a matter of seconds, we'll find a pro to install new shades.
Okay.
With Thumbtack, you can easily find top-rated professionals for every home project.
Thumbtack, the easy way to care for your home.
We are always in motion. Getting this, fixing that, arriving to destinations in life and around the globe. Sometimes it's beautiful. Sometimes it's a blur. Because life never stops, you need someone you can trust to go right along with you, no matter where the future leads. Enterprise, for lives in drive.
Day 2 here at Frölundaborg Arena will give us our first look at Switzerland. It's Switzerland and Slovakia. Slovakia coming off a convincing win yesterday over Czechia. Both these teams lost in the quarterfinals at last year's World Junior Championship. Referees for this game, Daniel Eriksson of Sweden, Kilian Hortldobler of Germany, and the linesmen are Tim Hefner of Germany, along with Simon Reichen of Austria. Back from last year, Alessio Bellieri, who is back home playing this year after spending a year in the OHL with Mississauga. And Adam Gajan goes back-to-back for Slovakia. He stopped 27 of 29 in yesterday's win. Behind the bench for Switzerland, Marcel Jenny makes his World Junior Championship debut as a head coach. Lots of experience with the U18 team. Also lots of experience with the U18 team for Ivan Fenish. But this is his third go as head coach of Slovakia at this World Junior Championship. Slovakia and Switzerland is day 2 of the 2024 IIHF World Junior Hockey Championship. Big win yesterday for Slovakia over Czechia. When these two teams met last year, it was a shootout win for Switzerland.
Good morning, gentlemen. It's another day for hockey. Have fun out there.
Yes, let's have fun out there for sure. Terriano for Switzerland dumps it in, takes a bump on the play as Meshar stepped into him. And Meshar starts the attack right back for Slovakia. The lead pass too far for Sikora. Sikora will chase it to the backboards along with Dionicio. Up for Terry Shield and Switzerland back in. Shield gets to center, no further. And now it's right back inside the Swiss line. And that will allow both teams to start a line change. As Lois Fullerman will just slow it down in behind his own net. The lead pass looking for Jenny. That misfired. Number 13, Timo Jenny, the son of Coach Marcel Jenny. Kamitz with 2 assists in the game yesterday. The defenseman for the Prince George Cougars cleared to the line but not out. And Gajan with an early save. Chipped off the board. Mishiak trying to chase this down for Slovakia. Mishiak will dump it into the slot. Primo with a real good opportunity. For young Radivojevic with a great opportunity, stepped up into that high slot, took the pass, and a good scoring opportunity.
A really nice play by Mishiak off the boards. He stops and makes a quick little turn, and Luka Radivojevic was no hesitation jumping into the attack. And a really nice save by the Swiss goaltender, Bellieri.
Bellieri last year, 2.66. in 13 games in Beale Bend. Spent some time in the Ontario Hockey League with Mississauga. Taken through center ice. Reber trying to drop it back. It's intercepted. And Ripchik will feed this ahead. Honzik gets tied up, taken down on the far side. And the puck makes its way out in center. Ripchik is on the loose puck. Karchuk going after it. Elects to turn back and head to the bench for a line change for Slovakia. Grabbed off by Terriano. Up through center. Gredig will carry it in. Gredig trying to drive this to the net for Switzerland. Sends it back at the line. Terriano goes cross ice. Dionicio gets that one through some traffic, and a good save by Gajan. Jenny trying to get that back to the blue line, does. Dionicio trying to sidestep the checking of Zlinka. And puck possession now by Switzerland. Dionicio, little head fake. No lane to shoot it. Now he does let it go, and Gajan down to his knees. Will hang on to it.
Some good play in the offensive zone by Switzerland, and The puck ends up in Dionacio's hands, and he's a patient player. He's looking for opportunities, and sometimes the best opportunity is direct the puck towards the net. Tommy Abilene, longtime NHLer working with the defense. What a luxury for the young defenseman to have Tommy Abilene guiding them, giving them direction. He was such a cerebral player and a big-time competitor. Stanley Cup champion with the New Jersey Devils.
Terrific career. Quebec draft pick back in 1983 out of Djurgården. Controlled off the draw by Slovakia. Nashar will send it to center ice. Petrovsky goes after it. It's shipped back down low. Comes all the way around, never does get to Nashar. And Fullerman will snap it back up on the right side, taken through center by Jonas Tybell, who is back in Europe this year after spending a couple of years in Moncton of the Quebec Junior League. Captain of this Swiss team. Great face-off numbers for him at last year's World Junior Championship, and that line will be key for Switzerland's success at this year's World Junior Championship. Chipped off the boards and back out in the neutral ice. Nashar will send this ahead. Radivojevic will play this in behind the Switzerland net. Grabbed off by Julian Rod. His brother Noah Rod, familiar name of World Junior competition. Battle at the penalty boxes. And finally cleared back into the Switzerland zone, and Switzerland on the regroup. Good job on the forecheck there by Alex Chirnik. Send ahead for Meyer. 25, Endelmeyer. Clears this to center ice no further. And they'll try it one more time. Rubber takes this to the outside, trying to get around Skrbak. Very solid game yesterday for Maxim Skrbak. Number 4 for Slovakia.
He's so steady and so competent in so many different areas of the game. And
turned over, and Billy Eyre makes the save off of Peter Ripchek.
And trying to make a play, Dionaccio goes back, and then obviously did not see Ripchek right there. He puts it right on the tape, and Billy Eyre right on top of it. That's one of those ones where Dionaccio just gives the goalie the little tap and says, thank you very much. It's a get out of jail free card for Dionaccio.
Ripchek had a goal in yesterday's win over Czechia for Slovakia. Played ahead by Skrbak, and this will get sent in by Zlinka. Chopped off the boards, Yenny going after it, bounces around. Settling down on that far side, Billy Eyre makes the save on the quick wrister by František Dave. Zlinka in on the forecheck. Cleared up the boards. Slovakia trying to hold the line, and the first penalty of the game is going to go to Slovakia. Simone Meyer got dumped, trying to go after a loose puck to try and create an odd man rush.
Yeah, that's an interference penalty. The puck goes behind Natney.
Team Slovakia.
And then Natney realizes, oh, I might be in a little bit of trouble, and there's the interference call. Little poke, and now Switzerland gets an opportunity for some power play touches.
And something that needs to be better than last year at the World Junior Championship is the Swiss power play. 1 for 12 last year, 8.3%. For teams that don't score much, that power play becomes maybe even a little more important.
They became the shootout and overtime darlings. If the power play was a little bit better, they might not have had to go that far.
Correct. Czechia Slovakia 4 for 4 yesterday on the penalty kill against Czechia. This will get sent down the ice. And Bellieri will Leave it behind his own net for Dioniccio. Winds his way, gets pressure to the neutral zone. Sends it on for Miles Mueller. Walks it in, lets the shot go. That tipped off the stick and went wide. Mueller will be a key performer for Switzerland in this tournament. Out of the queue, plays in Moncton. Mueller has it, lets the wrist shot go. Gayan got a piece of it, may have ticked off the outside of the post. Comes back for Mueller. Dioniccio, power play for Switzerland to the front of the net. Shield couldn't get a stick on it cleanly. And this will get hammered down the boards. And Slovakia will start a change on the penalty kill. 35 seconds left in the man advantage for Switzerland. Leon Mugli ran out of room at center ice, and it's right back into the Swiss zone. Mugli's going to try it again.
We saw how good Petrovsky was yesterday, penalty kill. It was another example right there. He forces Mugli into a spot where the drop can't be made effectively. Now they got to go chase it all the way back.
There's sometimes not a lot of ad-lib in teams' power plays. They practice that drop pass and practice it, and when it's not there, they really don't know what to do with it. So power play is over. Penalty kill successful for Slovakia. 12:53 left to go in period one. Scoreless, Switzerland, Slovakia.
It's the biggest stage of the regular season.
That outdoor January 1 game, it's going to be unreal.
And NHL Network will bring you comprehensive coverage of this amazing event from Seattle. The Discover NHL Winter Classic. Coverage begins Saturday on NHL Network.
Wow. What do you say? Would you want to play catch?
He's always wanted someone to stream pro and college football with.
You're going to be a big screen someday, champ.
Sling the live TV you love. Sling.
This is the Acorns app. It automatically invests your spare change from your everyday purchases. Each purchase is rounded up to the nearest dollar and invested for you. All you have to do is link a credit or debit card to your Acorns account, and Acorns will automatically round up every purchase to the nearest dollar and invest it for you. They even have 5 different portfolios that are recommended to you based on your risk tolerance. So get started investing your spare change today by downloading the Acorns app.
Sergej Petrovsky was outstanding in the 6-2 victory versus Czechia on day one. He got them on the board early, but it was his all-around game. The goals came at the penalty killing. Really good, strong two-way play. As we enter day 2 of the tournament, he's leading the tournament in scoring.
This is his 3rd World Junior Championship, and he now has 6 goals, 3 assists, and 9 points. The Minnesota draft pick back from 2022.
You watch him play, and we were just talking about that power play, talking about ad-libbing, right? Well, you know, Petrovsky's reading what you're doing. You better read what he's doing, and that's how you become disruptive. A very smart player, you know, headed by all intents and purposes to the Minnesota Wild sometime in the future. He's got all the qualities you're looking for in a good two-way center.
Just under 20 minutes of ice time for him in yesterday's opener. Moshko sends it up the left side boards, comes back inwards, sent ahead by Radivojevic. Played through, centering pass that doesn't get to the front of the net as Chirnik didn't get much on that backhand pass. Third back in by Geddick. He'll chase this to the side of the net, and Gayan's going to trap it, and he will hang on to it for a face-off. Gayan stopping 27 of 29 yesterday.
Luka Radivojevic is a young player here, and this tournament, as you're playing against older competition, can chew you up pretty quickly. He's taken on a regular role now. He just looks more comfortable as the game works. He's only into his 4th period, and he looks comfortable defending. He looks comfortable jumping into the attack. Coaches, again, telling you what they feel about a player by how they use them, and they're not hesitant to get him out there.
In his 3rd season in Sweden is where that young man plays. Gayan with a save on the short side. Mueller off the backboards. Miles Mueller trying to get that to the front. And Slovakia will take over. This is cleared in. Giving chase is Pekarczyk. In on the forecheck, gets some help there from Honzik. And this will get cleared up at center. Grabbed off, and Ripchick will carry it back in. Dances his way in, and doesn't get much on the back end to the front of the net. Scores! Samuel Honzik. Right place, right time. Taps it in the open side. 1-0 Slovakia.
Slovakia has really shown me that they're capable of playing in all three zones really well. They close this play in the neutral zone and create the turnover. They close, but they're in position, tracking back, and then Repchek with the nice little move. He loses the puck a little bit, but throws it back off the pads of Veliari, and there's Samuel Honzik going right to the net. Another tap in. Total distance of Samuel Honzik's goals for the two in this tournament, a total of 9 inches, I think.
Couple of gimme putts. And good for him. It's been a tough go for Samuel Honzik. Injured at last year's World Junior Championship. Got back to playing with the Vancouver Giants, a Calgary draft pick that's injured at Flames training camp and is just back into game competition with the Giants. Comes here, and his game will just get better and better. Shot, Kimmets from the line, lets it go. That got deflected. Sent up by Reinhardt. And across for Weber. Weber will play it into the corner. Julian Rod trying to chase it down. Gets pinned down, and there's a holding penalty coming up. And Switzerland will go back to the power play. Honzik from Ripchick. The scoring play at 8:33.
Team Slovakia number 26, minor penalty, holding.
Boris Zapka.
Okay.
We're looking at the pictures. We're doing the forensic examination. We weren't quite able to pick up exactly where it happened.
Second power of the game for Switzerland. Diana Chio lets the shot go, turned away. And this will get sent down the boards and all the way down the ice by Maxim Sturbak, and then he'll go to the bench. Slovakia will start a change. Finland, Germany, game 1 over in the other building. Czechia and Norway will be our second game here. Norway far more impressive last night than most people thought, including us. They're fast, they're physical, and that should be a good match with Czechia. Miles Mueller trying to get that to the net. Good poke check, and this gets cleared around the boards, but kept in at the line. Back short side try. Guyan down, makes the save and clears. Trying to get a handle on that on the far side is Pasoya to clear it for Slovakia, unable to do so. Back to the line, Diana Chio. Mueller lets the shot go. Good block as Kimmets got in front of it. Diana Chio dishes it off. Weber the shot through some traffic over top the net. Mueller trying to center. All the way back to the right point it goes, where Weber settles it down. In for Terry Shield. Shield comes cross ice. Mueller to the short side, fired it wide. Kybel lets it go to the blue line for Weber. Back for Diana Chio. He and Weber will switch spots. They play give and go, and the cross ice pass intended for Mueller, and a good stick there from Peter Ripchick.
You can really see how well organized the team is by how they penalty kill. And from the shot blocking to sticks in the lanes, this is a well-organized Slovakia team.
To the front of the net, Guyan makes the save, gets knocked down on the play. Play continues. Guyan trying to get back into position. Wrist shot, and that got blocked. Another good block by Slovakia. As this will get cleared down the ice, Sikora falling in front of that one. Two shots on that power play for Switzerland after 1 on the first power play. Getting goes in, looking for the far side. May have ticked off the right pad of the blocker of Guyane. Simone Meyer gets knocked down along the near side boards. Yenny goes into the pile as well. And it's cleared ahead by Sturback out at center. Dalibor Dvorsky, who was a monster in the faceoff department yesterday, winning 13 of 16 in the win over Czechia. Sturback, Dvorsky puts it into the slot. Quick shot by Meshar, turned aside. Honzik is on it, trying to get it back to the line. And that will get intercepted. And all the way back into his own zone is Yenny, as Switzerland will change. Hearing 7.5 left in period 1. Still looking for our first goal. Switzerland has had a couple of power play opportunities. Czechia now 6 for 6 on the penalty kill so far in this tournament. Puck bounces high in the air. Endo Meyer knocks it down. Endo Meyer into the slot. Quick shot that never got through as Reber tried to get it to the net. Ustinov trying to corral it at the line, holds it in. Daniel Ustinov, the 17-year-old, lets this go, deflected in front of the net. Dalibor Dvorsky. He'll send this through. Chirnak gets inside the line no further. Ustinov sends it cross ice and right back for Switzerland. Slap shot by Jonas Tybell, and the save made by Guyane. Samuel Honzik has the game's only goal. 1-0 Slovakia.
USA Hockey is teaching more than just a game. We're teaching kids about
teamwork, confidence, fitness, fun.
Because every kid deserves a chance to play, love, and excel. Visit USAHockey.com to learn more about the great youth hockey opportunities available for your child. Because dreaming big is one thing, getting the right start is everything.
Hi, I'm Sharon, and I lost 52 pounds on Golo. I realized I needed to make a change when I looked in the mirror and did not recognize myself. I saw the Golo commercial and I liked how they weren't actors, they just seemed like people that were just happy with themselves and had true results. Since being on Golo, I truly feel like I'm back to the best me I can be. Try Golo. It worked for me, and I'm real.
Nightly highlights, live games, and insightful analysis. Nobody covers the game like us. This is NHL Network.
Pacific on TSN. Samuel Honzik with the goal in this game, his second of this World Junior Championship. Kemetz gets pressured. Plays it around for Pekarchuk. And big Pekarchuk slides it across and heads into the Switzerland zone, looking for a return pass there from Ripchik. Ripchik for Kemetz. Kemetz the shot. Bellieri turned it aside. Pekarchuk plays it to the short side. That shot from Mishak never got through. Mishak has it again. Had Bellieri looking the other way, but it may have gone off a body. Honzik will bank this back at the line. Kemetz trying to get it down low, intercepted. Nice bank pass by Shield on for Mueller. Mueller back for Shield. He's on the backhand. Circles, throws it to the front of the net. Rebound, oh, what a save. Adam Guyane, a couple of stops to keep this a 1-0 game.
That pad from Guyane got out there in a timely fashion because Switzerland was looking to raise the stick, celebrate their first goal of the tourney.
Off the backs, cleared. It may have gone off the side of the net. We'll get another look at it. Into the slot it comes. Shot, that never got through. As Reinhardt with the opportunity. Some pressure now by Switzerland. Taken by Maxim Sturbak. Nice little reverse. And across, Suchi making his World Junior Tournament debut, number 25 for Slovakia. Not in the lineup is Alex Shotek. Wrister from the line from Sturbak. Bellieri got a piece of it. Some body contact there.
This is what Slovakia never had in past years. This used to be their third line or their second line. This is their fourth line now. Grind it out, put pressure in the offensive zone, wear out an opponent. That's the depth of Slovakia.
Ustinkov gets this up at center, no further. And back for Ustinkov, he'll try it again. Daniel Ustinkov sends it through. Leo Brayard trying to get that to the front of the net, looking for a loose puck. A battle ensues as Brayard, the Lethbridge Hurricane, gets into a scuffle at the front of the net. 1-0 Slovakia with the lead. 3:58 left to go, and some good saves from Adam Gajan. There's the first save, and there's the second chance, and it does go off the side of the net.
Saturday, with a new year on the horizon, the magician Mitch Marner and the Leafs
More Marner magic
look to cast a spell on Seth Jarvis and the Canes. Hockey Weekend begins Saturday, 7 Eastern on NHL Network.
Foul time. We showed up. Let's show out.
3, 2, 1.
Game time. Come on.
Get low, then pick up. Get your hands in the air. It's a stick up. Shake your tambourines, move it quicker. Yeah, I'm shaking down the town. Get the picture.
I got you, baby.
Moving on the floor, gotta love that. How she keep it going on, gotta love that. To the beat like a pro, know you love that. Shake it to the flow, gotta love that.
Why pay over $100 a month for cable when it's half the cost for Fubo TV? Get all the channels you want, with all the entertainment you love, for the price that cable can't beat. Try free at FuboTV.com.
Well, pretty good, glorious opportunity for Theo Reinhardt off the side of the net and trying to get it low. I thought it got the pad of Gajan, but it was off the side of the net, as you clearly saw.
You know, sometimes television spoils things. On radio, that would have been a great left pad save, and nobody would have ever known.
I'm trying to give some love to Adam Gajan.
This gets shoveled down the ice. It'll be an icing call.
And it's like an arrow through the heart of love, right?
Yeah.
Like here we are, trying to look. Gajan's so good. Second round pick to the Chicago Blackhawks, playing up in Green Bay with the Gamblers. And Mike Leone, I just saw him at the World Junior A Challenge. He was helping out Team USA. Darn good coach up there in Green Bay, manager and coach, doing a real terrific job in the USHL.
10 players on this team for Slovakia, back for a third go at the World Junior Championship, and we just saw a shot of their bench there. There really seems to be some camaraderie with this group.
I really agree. And when you look at the camaraderie and you see the connection on the ice and organized, really good team, strong team play. But even when they have a hiccup, it doesn't derail them. They just get back on track really quick.
You know, we talked to Philip Machar yesterday. There's a shot deflected after the opening period, and he said, we started slowly, we got to get better. And he said, we will, and they did. Simon Meyer back in for Switzerland, sends it back up top for Dionicio. Dionicio will play it back for Simon Meyer. That shot goes wide, comes off the backboards, ends up along the near side boards. Christie will play it down, back in behind the net. Kyle Christie, number 15, will jump in from the left point. And the puck does come loose, and finally controlled by Ripchick. He'll chop it back for Kemetz. Gilligan Kemetz of the Prince George Cougars plays it up through center. Ripchick will carry it in. An assist for him in this game.
put my scouting hat on? The way that Kemets has improved in his game from Prince George through this tournament, he's a player. I'm an NHL scouting staff. I'm keeping my eyes close on him. He's big. He's got weight to his game. He competes. He closes ice on you. He's settled in his head. Don't close the book on a player that's gone through a couple of drafts.
Carried in deep. There's 17 Slovak players who play in the CHL. 8 are on this roster. Miles Mueller, who plays in the CHL in the cube for Switzerland, trying to create some offense here for his team as Switzerland down 1. Fullerman throws this to the traffic in front of the net. Good defensive play there by Sturback. Separated player from puck and carries it out. On for Machard, back it goes for Maxim Sturback. Sturback back up for Machard. Floats one in from the line, it went wide. Pile up in the corner. Mugli is there for Switzerland. Puck does come loose for Sikora. He'll get pinned to the backboards. Sikora stays on it, runs into the referee. 90 seconds left in period 1. And an icing call against Switzerland.
There's some really good defensemen in this tournament, and Maxim Sturback is amongst the very best in this tournament. There is nothing he is not capable of doing. He just eliminates Table right here, and now the play gets moving forward. The poise with the puck, his willingness and ability to use his body effectively to separate opponents from the puck and get the play moving in the right direction. Big minutes, big important minutes. Sturback plays.
His 3rd World Junior Championship. Yesterday's goal was his first World Championship goal. Played 23 minutes and 32 seconds in that win yesterday. Into the final minute now of period number 1. Bunsley will send this ahead for Switzerland. Kemets goes after it. Radovojevic will propel it on, and it's out at center, and Ustenkov swings it over for 18-year-old Timo Bunsley. He couldn't get anywhere. Chernak will play it back to the line. Kemets back for Chernak. Down low it goes for Mishiak. Mishiak spins it back out. Chernak trying to get that to the front of the net. Ends up back. Dalibor Dvorsky waits for it, has it. Quick shot by Dvorsky. And that one over top the net.
So I mentioned Kemets, my comparable. He might end up being similar to Chris Tanev. Chris Tanev was a free agent signing. Real good defenseman in the National Hockey League.
So the first period comes to an end. A little bit of a gathering on the near side here with Leo Breard. Just the 1 goal in the period. Samuel Hanzik gets his 2nd of this World Junior Championship.
Week.
Just the 1 goal that opening period. Samuel Hanzik is 2nd of the tournament. 8:33. Peter Repchik with the only assist. There's the shots. 14 shots for Switzerland, but certainly aided by the fact they had 2 power plays in that opening period. What did you like about Slovakia's game?
You know, if you don't want to run into problems in your defensive zone, get out of your defensive zone. And Slovakia does that very well, very efficiently. Everybody working together, getting into position, moving to the next spot where you can get the puck. Real good poise from their defenders. And then the ability to make the right decisions and make good, crisp passes. You're not chasing the puck. You're not just throwing the puck up for grabs. You're moving with a really good efficiency and crispness, and then that leads to really good offense. The ability of Slovakia to exit their zone cleanly and now with speed really takes the pressure off your defensive play and applies pressure offensively against your opponent. Really nicely done through 4 periods.
These 2 teams met in the 4th game, the final preliminary game last year, and Slovakia had the chance to go to 3-1. Slovakia started off with a loss to Finland and then an upset win over Team USA thanks to Adam Guyon's brilliance. And then they beat Latvia 3-0, had a chance to go to 3-1, lost in a shootout to Switzerland. And then both teams lost in the quarterfinals. And both teams would like to get just a little bit further at this year's World Junior. So cleared it back into the Swiss zone it goes, and Mueller will wind it up. Mueller carries in, gets to the middle of the ice, and then a shot goes off a stick and gets deflected. Back out front and right back up the ice now for David Natney. Plays it on for Sikora. Sikora will shovel it in. Some more numbers from that opening period. 24-16, the shot attempts favored Switzerland, but again, a lot of that had to do with the fact they had those two-man advantages. Icing called here against Switzerland.
Miles Mueller, really efficient skater. He starts the rush, the exit, through the neutral zone, the entry. Tries to make a shot here, but it gets deflected wide. But everything up until that last shot was a real nice display of the skill that Miles Mueller possesses.
Loose puck to the corner for Chernak. And then Chernak couldn't do anything with it. And will it get out? Yes, it does. Nice snap pass by Dionachio. Sends this through. Weber will chase it down. Ice time in the opening period. Kemetz was 8:52, just under 9 minutes. A lot of that on the penalty kill. Sturbak was 7:37 for Slovakia. And Mueller, that Craig just talked about, 8:02 for Switzerland, and Shield right in behind him at 8:01. And another penalty coming up, and Switzerland will go to the power play for the third time.
No, Ivan Fenish, you find yourself on the wrong side of a player, and it's a neutral zone. Just start skating. You don't have to chase back and swing your stick. There's no danger here. And now you got to go and kill a penalty again. Third time that Switzerland will be on the power play, and can't keep giving your opponent those opportunities. But more than that, you're wearing out some of your players on back-to-back games. Unnecessarily wearing them out.
Mugli will carry this out. Leon Mugli plays in the NL League with Zug. And he'll send this in as the power play goes to work. Mugli gets it back. Near side, quick shot from the near side from Reinhardt. That was ticked and went wide. Here comes Sikora shorthanded. Shorthanded goal yesterday for Slovakia from Boris Zabka. Scrum in the court, it killed off some valuable seconds for Slovakia. And now Switzerland with Tybell will bring it in. Jonas Tybell tied up in the corner with Honzik. And Ripchik comes up with the loose puck. Peter Ripchik. Ripchik in for Samuel Honzik, goes in, save made. But Honzik draws a penalty shot. Short-handed chance for Honzik. And he gets hooked on the play, does get a bit of a shot away.
He was in clean, and Peter Ripchik with a nice little backhand sauce, and he's in, and he gets disrupted enough. But twice on that penalty kill, Petrovsky first, doesn't just hammer the puck down the ice, he flips it to Sikora, long time here. Same thing with Repchuk there, not just hammering the puck. Honzik recognizes opportunity, draws the penalty shot. Here we go.
Has one in the game and is going to try to get a second and his third of the tournament. Samuel Honzik walks in, goes to the backhand, save made. Bellieri stays with him. And a big save by Bellieri.
The problem here for Honzik, a little bit slow, and as he goes to the backhand, he's not a threat to shoot. He shows Bellieri, I'm going to make a move here right there, and now all Bellieri has to do is just stay in position, keep the stick down, and no chance to get it through the 5-hole because of the lack of speed.
So the power play continues for Switzerland. Terry Shield finds a little bit of room. Shield goes in. Oh, what a play.
Like guess who, Dennis?
Yes, Servats Petrovsky. It looked like it was going to be an odd man down low rush for Switzerland, and Petrovsky on the backtrack with the stick lift. Turned over at the line. Miles Mueller ripped that one over top the net. Hanzik will muscle this one out to center ice. Mueller back in, stopped there by Skrbak. Skrbak will spin to the forehand, has it knocked off his stick. Shield goes in, shot blocked, another shot, and Guyan got down on the short side and blocked it. Tybell, power play is over. No shots on that man advantage. This gets controlled by David Natney. On for Ripchik. Ripchik will send it down the ice. It's going to be an icing call. So Slovakia 3 for 3 on the penalty kill today, 7 for 7 for the tournament.
Well, Servats Petrovsky, he just keeps skating, stays on the puck, and then just so smart. A lot of players are going to get the stick in there and try to go through the other side. He recognizes, wait, the body, he's going to open up his stick on the other side, under the stick, retrieves the puck and takes away a scoring opportunity. Just brilliant by Servats Petrovsky.
Ripchik on for David Natney. Natney will slip this back into the neutral zone. Snapped up the right side boards, but the pass was way in behind Timo Yenny. And this will be an icing call against Switzerland.
Some things make me happy, Dennis. Maxim Skrbak, who's so outstanding, made a mistake. It just goes to show you he's human.
Yeah.
You watch the efficiency of players like that, and you just kind of remind you that, yeah, now and again, they make the odd mistake.
Well,
they don't make very many of them.
And let's not lose sight of the fact they're 16, 17, 18, and 19.
The mistake doesn't make me happy. It's more that, like, hey, let's keep in mind that mistakes are part of the game, even by the very best players.
Rennick tried to take that to the goal, got knocked off his stick as he looked for someone to pass it to. Slovakia back in. Meshar gets tied up on the far side. Slips it back into the corner. Chernik gets tied up. And back in for Switzerland. Yenny gets forced to the corner. Finally getting back into the play is Chernik. He was tied up way back in behind the play with Ustinkov. Elan Pasoya slows it down and then sends it on to Meshar. Hits the line, slides it across. Zelenka going in, trying to get that in on Bellieri. Reber plays it around. Terranillo gets this out to center ice no further. Endo Meyer will try and track it down. He'll get a little bit of help. As coming up is Leo Briard. Whenever there's a lot of action on the ice, Briard's usually in the middle of it. To the front of the net for Endo Meyer. Tried to jam that one home. Christie will hold it in at the line. Jaromir Reber trying to work it free for Switzerland does. Not much developed out of that. František Day tried to flip it up the boards. This ends up back in behind the Slovakian goal. Back to the blue line it comes. Lugley through some traffic. Save, rebound, save. Guyan with a couple of stops. And he has Briard looking skyward. Nice little toe drag by Zelenka. All sorts of traffic in front. 1-0 Slovakia.
Come on! You know the answer. You studied for this. Come on. Timmy! Come on, Timmy. You got this, son. Pencil to paper. Focus. Come on, Timmy. Focus. Focus. Take the puck. There you go. Skate. Skate. Pass it. You call that a pass? What are you doing? You missed the puck. Come on.
NHL Network brings you all the tense moments, the big plays,
and everything about the game you can't get enough of.
Hockey Weekend on NHL Network.
Stream now on Crave. Sturback sends this up into neutral ice. Nancy follows up. Miles Buehler will take it, sends it through for Terry Shield. Sherry Shield gets forced there by Ripchick, dumps it back off for Tybell. Tybell back in front for Mueller. Mueller got stripped of the puck. Cleared away by Samuel Honzik, kept in at the line though. Back to the blue line it comes. Dionichio, he had to be careful with that one, as Pekarchik would have poked that loose and gone for a breakaway, but now a centering pass by Dionichio ends up going all the way back down the ice. Kyle Christie will park in behind his own net. 19-year-old who plays in the U20 league in Gilbert. This gets cleared out through center. Back in for Sikora. Sikora dances his way deep into the Swiss zone. Meshar trying to work it out front to Sikora. And Dionichio is on it. Kasoya back into his own zone for Slovakia. Played through the middle. Almost an odd man rush, but Meshar couldn't find it. And back up for Weber. Weber got stripped of the puck. Christie is on it. And he'll get chased by Sikora. We expected a tight checking game, that's Switzerland's style, and it's turned into that. Switzerland has had 3 power play opportunities. Theo Reinhardt works his way out of the corner. Trying to slip it back to the blue line, looking for Timo Bunsley. Bunsley elects to jump into the mix. And this gets poked down the ice, but Billy Airy's going to have to play it, therefore no icing. Dan Lustenkopf back for it.
Heads up, heads up.
And he'll send it through. Brayard takes it to the outside, plays it back to the line. The shot through traffic, that went wide. Nishiak will chop it out to center. Endelmeyer will put it right back in. Gajan will play it. Didn't realize there was a Swiss player over on that side when he played it for Chemitz. Chemitz does get it out though. Jammed ahead and will be sent in by Chernak.
Chemitz again with the boys. He knows there's pressure there. He doesn't panic. He keeps himself in a really good spot, knows what his options are, and makes a solid play.
Switzerland back up. Jaromir Reber knocked off of his stick and now a race for it. Pekarchik going after it. Pekarchik dropped it back, didn't have enough on it to get it to Moshko. And an easy exit now for Switzerland. To the line for Simone Meyer. He dropped it back. No room there for Yenny. And back out to center ice it goes. Dionichio for Yenny. Yenny trying to slide it deep. It got stopped and now a turnover. On the interception, Simone Meyer gets that to the front of the net. Bouncing puck inside deep in the Slovak zone. Diana Chio trying to gather it in. It ends up in behind the net. And now Frantisek Day will skate this out. Day will chip it in, and Big Day goes in after it. He'll send it around for Suchi in his first game. Suchi to the line for Radovojevic, and that shot went wide. Pisoya jumps in from the left point. And taken by Gael Christie for Switzerland.
Radovojevic had his head up. He was trying to get a redirect from Day in front of the net. Day deflected it high and wide.
Back in for Mueller, trying to take it to the net. Never did get a shot away, and back up the ice for Slovakia. Deflected in deep. Servac Petrovsky goes in after it. Shield is there. He takes a bump from Meshar. Slovakia getting the forecheck going, forcing a turnover. Kemitz at the line for Petrovsky. Petrovsky will send it back at the line, and it gets away from Meshar, who was on his backhand. Hustling back to Zabka. He'll send it on for Petrovsky. Has Sikora with him. Petrovsky looking for Sikora. And Gael Christie got back quickly for Switzerland to prevent a scoring opportunity.
Those are the plays where I think you just put it at the pads. It's a hard play to make. You got to be so precise to hit the stick there.
David Nantny's pass is picked off by Shield, and another save made by Adam Gajan. Chirnik, Dvorsky, and Dvorsky turns it over. Slovakia has been guilty of some turnovers in its own zone. Chirnik, Dvorsky takes the pass from Mishiak, and nothing there from an offensive standpoint. Back up for Mugli. Mugli gets squeezed out. Dvorsky will send it ahead, and a 2-on-1 for Slovakia. In for Chirnik, and he shot it wide. Sturback, Mishiak, Dvorsky plays it across for Pisoya. Milan Pisoya will slow it down as Slovakia starts to change. Dishes it off for Maxim Sturback. Pisoya the shot. Left hand save made Bellieri. This will get bounced in, and Gajan's not going to take any chances. He's just going to hang on to it for a face-off. It remains 1-0 in favor of Slovakia.
January 7th, international hockey continues. Follow Team USA as they embark on their climb toward gold versus Slovakia at the U18 Women's World Championship. Begins January 7th, 6 a.m. Eastern on NHL Network.
Is your car's plastic trim faded and milky? Don't worry. Cerakote's ceramic trim coat restores oxidized trim effortlessly. Just wipe it on. It's guaranteed for 200 washes. Even dust won't stick to it. Keep your car looking professional. Selling your oxidized, faded trim car? Detailed cars sell for way more than faded cars. Read the thousands of 5-star reviews for yourself.
Buy any of Cerakote's #1 selling ceramic products for under $20 at these leading retailers today.
What's it gonna be? All right, 60 seconds to draw the perfect gift. What's it gonna be?
A bottle of Don Julio 1942 delivered.
Delivered with Drizzly. Gifting without the guessing. Drizzly.
What's it gonna be?
Well, fans will always tell you that referees need help. And in this game, the referees on the ice do have some extra assistance.
Our good friend Steve Koulias, he's pining for Eye in the Sky. How about 4 on the side, Steve?
Yeah. I'm not sure they all agreed on what the call should be, but Ripchick gets it back. Radovojevic for Pisoya. Milan Pisoya plays it down. Samuel Honzik after it, but grabbed off the boards. Weber, and Honzik picks his pocket, and a save made by Bellieri. Endo Meyer to the blue line, but not out. Ripchick trying to spin off the checking of Diana Chio. And on it is Leo Briard. Skates it to the line. Good poke check there by Pisoya.
Pisoya's got that length. And a good example of that is their Switzerland's trying to get in the zone. The stick just gets up there and sweeps the puck away.
We'll talk more about this in the next game, but young Juracek was injured in the game yesterday, and it looks like he is done for the tournament. Adam Juracek. Into the corner it goes, control. Back to the line. Timmins plays some give and go. And another save made by Bellieri. The shot from Petrovsky. 5:46 to go here in the second period.
Catch a full night of hockey on NHL Network. It starts with NHL Now.
Games look different as the season goes on.
Followed by NHL Tonight.
Even the best can get better.
Then On the Fly recaps the action.
The action on the ice is heating up.
Weekdays, only on NHL Network.
NetCredit is here to say yes to a personal loan or line of credit, even when other lenders won't. Apply online in minutes and get funds deposited the next business day or sooner. Go to netcredit.com. NetCredit. Credit to the people.
If your employer doesn't supply health care coverage and you don't qualify for Medicare or Medicaid, you need to give us a call right now. Private health care is private health insurance for ages 65 and under with no deductible. To get the coverage you need, call the number on the screen now.
34th year for TSN, bringing you all the action from the World Junior Hockey Championship. Next game up is Finland and Germany over at the big rink. Finland coming off the loss to Canada yesterday. We'll try to get into the win column. To the blue line, long shot, got up high on Guyan. As Bugley let that one go, and it got through. Play back in behind the net. David Nantmy plays it on for Sturback. Dvorsky down low to help out. Played through for Chernak. Chernak for Dvorsky, and he almost had a scoring chance there. And the puck got taken away. Slinka back into his own end. Slinka on for Chernak. With Dvorsky. Dalibor Dvorsky drops it back. Meshar trying to bounce it towards the front of the net. That got intercepted by Rodwin Dionaccio. Third season in the OHL with Niagara Ice Dogs. Also has played for Windsor and Saginaw. And of course, Saginaw will have the Memorial Cup.
You know, for Slovakia right now, they're up 1-0 in this game. They've made some, what I would call, fatigue mistakes. You know, getting through this period here without Switzerland scoring would be, I think, a real important part of trying to come into the third period refreshed. And for Switzerland, you know, you got a sense that you have a team that might be a little bit tired and be ready to take advantage of some of the turnovers and mistakes.
There's another chance in front of the net, unable to get a shot away though. As Julian Rod got all tied up. Dionaccio's logged big minutes for Switzerland in this game. Centered short side try by Ripchick, and he fired it wide. Back along the boards, Pekarchik's going to chase this down. Pekarchik knocked down on the play. And Switzerland will bring it back. Weber takes the right side pass. Blocker save made by Guyan. Gets kept in at the blue line. High slot, shot through traffic. And Guyan makes the save. Down he goes, and he makes the save and will hang on.
You watch a game unfold and the way this game is unfolding, some turnovers and Switzerland getting some chances. Well, that requires a goaltender to be hyper alert. And Guyan has been exactly that. He has been really sharp in finding the puck, making sure that there's not a lot of loose change in front of him. And you need that. You need a little bit of a pickup. You need that safety net. Adam Guyan is really dialed in here, and keeping that mental focus is so important. He has done exactly that.
Team USA, an off day today. Switzerland will play back-to-back as Switzerland will play Team USA tomorrow. Endo Meyer sends it through the middle. Bunsley trying to take it to the net. Sturback starts back up. Throws it cross ice. Sikora carries it in. Sikora, short side try. Petrovsky trying to get that out front. Bounces around, and this will get cleared. And back up the ice for Ustinkov. And Ustinkov gets spun around and knocked down. Play goes on. Sikora will send this in, and that line will head to the bench for Slovakia. Bugli snaps this pass up the middle. This gets deflected in by Yenny. Kemets is on it. Didn't have enough on the back pass to get it all the way to Zapka. To the blue line it comes and back down low. Pressure now. Julian Rod plays it in for Simone Meyer. Simone Meyer back to the blue line for Fullerman. Back at the line, and Bugli's shot got blocked. And Simone Meyer's going to have to hustle back into his own zone. Bugli will knife this into the Slovak end. Kemets looked one way, sends it up near side. Boris Zapka trying to muscle it out of his own zone, cannot. And Zapka will try it again. On for Kemets. He'll settle it down, back for Zapka. 2 minutes to go, second period. Long lead pass, and this will get sent in by Mishiak. Off the boards for Dalibor Dvorsky. Dvorsky lost control of it and then regained it enough to make sure that wasn't a breakaway for Switzerland.
For Miles Mueller, that would have been the wrong guy to have it on his stick for Slovakia.
Nobody would have caught him. This gets shoveled out to center ice. Delan Pasoya gets into a battle there. Jonas Tybell on for Terry Shield. Shield will dish it off. Trying to work that back to the blue line was Matteo Reinhardt. Radovojevic. Pasoya and on for Mishiak. Martin Mishiak, Erie of the OHL. Couldn't get it deep into the Switzerland zone, and it's back up at center for Weber.
You know, it's amazing, Dennis. Long change, second period, you're tired. Like, late in the period, just get the puck in the other team's zone. And then he goes and makes a change. Like, seriously, you know, Craig McTavish, you know, amongst hundreds of others, but remember, like, you know, game management, like, game thinking, like, understand how to play the game at certain points in the game. And I know they're young players, but they're being reminded by the coaching staff again and again and again.
Faceoff is back in the Swiss zone after the icing. Dianaccio. And he'll take it all the way back into his own zone. They'll regroup. And Dianaccio will try it again. Gets to the red line, pumps it in. Off the backboards for Sturback. Sturback on for Sikora. Sikora will bounce it to the line. Petrovsky couldn't get a stick on it. Another line change for Slovakia, and that allows some room for Switzerland. Picture, rebound, oh, what a play on that backside. Did Nandy get a piece of it to prevent a clean opportunity? Ripchik back in for Slovakia. Nothing developed there. Pekarchuk is in deep, but it's cleared up at center. Dying seconds here. Maybe too many men on the ice there for a split second for Switzerland, and the period will come to a close. Some good goaltending in this game. Both Bellieri and Gayan have been very solid. We had a penalty shot. Samuel Hanzik has the only goal in this game. It's 1-0 for Slovakia. Laura and Dave next. Well, Hanzik, both goaltenders have been good. Alessio Bellieri stopped the penalty shot. And the busier of the two goaltenders, though, has been Adam Gajan, and a lot of that has to do with the fact that Switzerland has had 4 power plays in this game.
They have, but there were some turnovers, and you know, the puck is on your team's stick, and you think you're leaving the zone, and now you got to be ready for a shot against. And Adam Gajan has been really sharp. He's been alert. He's been on top of it. And sometimes when your team is struggling, you have to be literally the last line of defense, and certainly Gajan has been that. Understanding that, hey, some of the chances might come quickly and furiously, he has been really solid in this game, and really solid. Where Switzerland was trying to push the play and trying to get that first goal of their turning. You need that. You need goaltending. That goes without saying. But Adam Gajan in a back-to-back situation has been very strong here.
And will probably be forced to make a few more saves here in the third period. As Miles Mueller told us, they have had some chances in this game. Gajan has been very good. Slovakia in a back-to-back situation will try and find enough fuel in the tank to make this third period successful and come out with this win to get the 2-0. And Mueller ties his man up along the near side. Boards, that was Sikora. Sikora went for a spill. Brought a reaction from the Slovak bench. Pass up the middle, that gets intercepted by Mishiak, and he'll send it back into his own zone.
You mentioned about trying to go to 2-0. 2-0 really puts you into a comfortable position for a top 2 spot in the pool.
And a chance to really accomplish something. For a lot of these players, their 3rd World Junior Championship. Very disappointed in the summer tournament. Their result last year did make the quarterfinals, and of course got Connor Bedard. Connor Bedarded in overtime. In across, wrist shot, and Gajan will make the save on the wrister from Julian Rod, and he'll hang on to it.
Adam Sikora, he gets involved into the hard areas, and Miles Mueller coming across and letting them know, I'm one of those people you're going to have to deal with in that boards area.
Ice time after 40 minutes. Kimmets at 15 minutes. Sturback at 14:48 for Slovakia. Tybell at 14:41 for Switzerland. And Diana Chio at over 14.5 minutes for Switzerland. This gets chopped out the center, put right back in, and Milan Pasoya will chase it down. Had the linesman ducking on the near side, and it will be an icing call. And you wonder if Slovakia is just going to try and hang on to this 1-0 lead.
Don't hang on to 1-0 lead. Play, and play smart. You know, Pasoya tries to make a quick play coming from behind the net. It gets away from him a little bit high, and it's an icing, but this line isn't tired. They just got out on the ice.
48th World Junior Championship. 49th, I guess, if you count December of 2021. The one in Red Deer in Edmonton that just got started, and then that was the end of it. At the blue line, this gets kept in by Christie, but only briefly. Long lead pass for Hanzik. That got picked off by Diana Chio, and good recovery there by Radovojevic. Diana Chio sends it back to the blue line. Some pressure again here by Switzerland. Cleared across by Meyer. Back to the line it comes. Diana Chio will let the wrister go. That got blocked, and Samuel Hanzik will leave it there for Peter Ripchek. Ripchek tried to dance his way through, and Ripchek is going to get a penalty. And it will be the 4th power play now of the game for Switzerland.
They get out of their zone. And this is just one of those plays, not just one of those plays, it's a play that is unnecessary. Peter Repchek has played so well for Slovakia. These are the types of penalties. Just go in and compete there. You don't have to whip your stick and whip the player to the ice like he did there versus Yenny. Early in the third period, Switzerland goes on the power play.
So the penalty kill for Slovakia goes back to work. And the pass, a bit of a misfire there for Gregory Weber. He plays in Olten in the Swiss League on loan from the Bern U20 squad. A lot of the European players play in several leagues during the year. A lot of the juniors will play junior and pro. Power play for Switzerland. Dionaccio dishes it off. Weber lets the shot go, blistered it over top the net. Mueller, Dionaccio on for Weber to the goal line. It goes. Good play there by Sturbach. As he knocked that away before it got to the front of the net. Cross ice pass, that got blocked. Ends up in the corner. Net, he got in front of it. And now the pass bounces off the stick of Weber. Dionaccio puts this back into the Slovak zone. Sturbach tried to clear it, could not, kept in by Miles Mueller. Mueller gets the return pass to the goal line. It goes! What a save made by Guyan.
What a setup. And Guyan saving the day, literally. Just a great, crisp play. And you watch how a goaltender pushes out and makes sure that he gives himself every opportunity to close down as much net as possible. He also comes out with his glove high. He doesn't have to react to it. He's moving out with the glove high. Just a terrific save. You can see Coach Yenny just scratching his head, saying that's a glorious opportunity.
It is a head scratcher. Shield with the great setup for Weber. Back to the line. Mugli gets it on for Brayard. Left pad save made. Guyan. Chip back into the corner. Pressure there from Sturbach. And the puck bounces around in the high slot. Controlled by Meyer. And a stick getting in the way of that pass.
Hanzik came back and deflected out of harm's way.
Great play. Back to the line. Mugli the shot. Save made. Guyan. Power play now over, but pressure from Switzerland as Slovakia's penalty kill remains perfect. 4 for 4 in the game, 8 for 8 in the tournament. Let's get jammed up in the corner. And Switzerland pressuring in all areas, and Slovakia with some difficulty getting out of its own end here in the third. Chop to the line, and this will end up in the Slovak bench.
Things were breaking down, but Samuel Hanzik comes right back into the middle there. Just a great read and a reaction onto the next play. Hanzik just deflects it out of harm's way. You can see where the eyes are lighting up for Julian Rod. And that's staying on a play, getting on to the next play. Hanzik does a really nice job of it. Puck never got to Rod.
And those were some of the plays that Miles Mueller talked about. He said, where they get the last touch on it.
It was a good term that Miles Mueller used.
Played in deep. Mishiak jams it up against the backboards. Dvorsky trying to give him some help, but it comes loose. Gredig will take it. Gredig will lose it. Centered in front. Never did get to Mishiak. And it gets cleared up at center and right back in for Gredig. Trying to bust his way through. He was surrounded by Slovak players. Guyan keeps an eye on Meyer. Simone Meyer trying to get it back to the line. And Mishiak gets it to the middle of the ice, and then it's cleared out by Chernik. Chernik plays it back into his own end. This will get sent in by Moshko. And off the backboards, Ustenkopf. Daniel Ustenkopf for Switzerland. Radivojevic gets a stick on it, but it deflects in. Moshko sends it around the boards. Sikora gets tied up, but the puck makes its way out the neutral ice. And Shield will play it. Back through the middle, looking for Miles Mueller. Mueller and Radivojevic will give chase. And Radivojevic will get some help and sent on. Meshar puts on the brakes. Mishiak with some body, or rather Meshar with some body contact. But Switzerland will vacate the zone. On for Miles Mueller. Zapko gets it back out to center ice. And the chess game here in the third period continues. Dionachio had it, lost it, gets it back. Dionachio winds his way in, and another good stick there from Kemetz to poke it away from Dionachio. Dropped off for Weber. Weber floats one cross ice, bounces around, ends up in behind the net. Up the middle, Pekarchuk trying to bust his way through. Nothing doing there, and right back up for Rod. Rod goes high from a sharp angle and sends it across ice. Zlinka will bring it back in. Zlinka takes it wide. Good recovery there by Leon Mugli. Older brother Tim Mugli was in a couple of World Junior Championships for Switzerland. Sturback right back in. Little stutter step, finds some room, takes it to the net, puts it into the paint. Chases it down. Sturback gets it back to the blue line, near side for Frantisek Day. He'll just dump it deep. Zlinka trying to work it off the corner boards, gets a little bit of help from Suchi. Suchi and Zlinka. Marcus Suchi in his first game, yes, is the son of Radoslav Suchi. In fact, Marcus Suchi was born in Scottsdale, where his dad was playing. Another good shift for Sturback.
If you track his game over time, there's not very many bad shifts. Very few and far between for Maxim Sturback.
Sturback 6'2", 190. A right-hand D that teams are always seen to be looking for.
When you go to Buffalo, you already have Power and Darlene in place. Not a bad spot to move into as a right shot defenseman. Perhaps playing with one of those two guys. And Sturback can play with one of those two guys because he's smart, good enough.
Servats Petrovsky will clear this in. And it's right back out now for Gettig. For Simone Meyer, try to get it back to Gettig. That got picked off. Put off the glass. Petrovsky will go after it, but elects to go to the bench for the line change. And this will be carried out. One-on-one is Pekarchuk, or rather Dalibor Dvorsky. Dvorsky works it in deep, waits for some help as they finish the line change. Chips it back. Chernak will go after it, but it's sent back to the line, and this will end up in the Swiss bench, and we'll get a stoppage in play. 10:38 to go. This is the play we were looking at earlier. Terrific stick from Samuel Hanzik.
Attention, everyone on Medicare. The Medicare annual enrollment period is now open. This is the only time of year when everyone on Medicare can call to enroll in a 2024 plan. Everyone on Medicare is encouraged to call, even if you called last year. The phone lines are now open.
Just call 800-988-8517.
The Medicare annual enrollment period runs for a limited number of weeks. The phone lines may get busy. Licensed insurance agents are standing by to take your call. 2024 plans are now available for enrollment. Just call the number on your screen and get a free, no-obligation Medicare review. This is a free call and there is no obligation to enroll. That's right. You can call the number on your screen and you don't have to enroll in a plan. Remember, the Medicare annual enrollment period is now open. There is no obligation to enroll. The call and Medicare review are free.
Just call 800-988-8517. That's 800-988-8517.
10:38 to go here in period number 3, and the goal by Samuel Honzik back in the opening period stands as the only tally. Honzik did have a penalty shot. Got stopped by Bellieri. Kemitz will throw this back down low. Dalibor Dvorsky trying to get it back. Does Dvorsky chip that into the paint? Shot from the line, and that got deflected up to the near side boards. Kemitz sends it down low. Cheerdick around for Dvorsky. He'll send it back at the line, up top for Mishiak, and he rifled that one over top the net. Back to the line. Kemitz had to get away from him on man rush. Buehler. Buehler in across the line. Fires it off the right arm of Guyan. An odd man rush for Switzerland.
Dalibor Dvorsky makes a really good play in tight. He takes the puck on the backhand. He tries to just flip it into that area and hoping for a stick. It doesn't get there. This is an outstanding play by Zapka because he takes away the pass and shows Guyan, play the shot. That was a really, really good play by Boris Zapka against a very good player in Miles Buehler.
Another good stop for Guyan. Sturback will bring it in for Slovakia.
Switzerland with no penalties thus far in this game. It's a good recipe for giving yourself a chance at success.
Rod will play this into the corner. Reinhardt spins it back in behind the net. Rod goes after it. To the blue line it comes. Ustenkopf. And that shot never got through. Rod turns and fires. Rod on it again. Try to get it back to the line. Didn't get it all the way back to the blue line, but this does get knocked down, but Reinhardt was outside the line.
This looks like a tired Slovakia team right now. They're getting the puck on their stick too much of the time. They're trying to flip it, and you talked about nursing a 1-0 lead. That's what it looks like they're trying to do.
Some of those turnovers that Laura was talking about. But they played yesterday, and not only is it back-to-back, yesterday had to be a bit of an emotional win for them as well. So you're coming off that emotional high. Dionicio, the Anaheim pick, sends it through, and Endo Meyer was teeing that one up, and play gets whistled down. Miles Mueller with a great chance, and Adam Guyan there to answer the call again.
If you know these names, then you should watch this tournament. Follow the names we'll be talking about for years to come in the 2024 World Junior Championship. Germany faces Finland today, 8:30 a.m. Eastern on NHL Network.
Are your headlights cloudy and oxidized, making your car look bad? Are they underperforming when you need them most? Cerakote's Headlight Restoration Kit restores weathered headlights back to like new and keeps them that way for life. Stop wasting your time with solutions that don't last. Cerakote's kit includes everything you need to go from this to this. Simply wipe away oxidation, give them a light sanding, and apply the ceramic coating. That's it. The True Ceramic technology does the rest.
Buy any of Cerakote's #1 selling ceramic products for under $20 at these leading retailers today.
Leo Brard, who plays in Lethbridge, taking the puck into that zone and just loses it off the end of a stick. And Miles Mueller looking, oh, there's an opportunity. I just had one. Brard had one.
Brard started the year in the Quebec League with Shawinigan, where he played last year, and then moved over to Lethbridge. And he's had some pretty good numbers with the Hurricanes. Of course, Peter Anholt, who's one of the people in charge of Team Canada, the general manager with the Lethbridge Hurricanes. The jam up in front of the Swiss bench. And the puck gets cleared out the center. Timmins is there to put it right back in deep. Puck management and clock management for Slovakia now. Slovakian player all tied up and gets thrown down to the ice in behind the play. That was Mishiak. There's a shot that just goes wide. Comes around the boards to the blue line but does not get out. And now it will be Rifchuk who makes sure it does get out. Ustenkopf plays it up the middle. Nice feed through for Mueller. Mueller in on Guyan. Guyan went for the poke check and then had to rely on his right pad to make the save. Tybell had it knocked off his stick and a feed through the middle trying to spring Honzik, and that didn't work. Pekarchuk will take the pass. Slovakia changing, so Pekarchuk will wait and look for some help. Sends it back down low, and now there's a penalty coming up as Sikora gets tripped and then dumped. But there is a power play coming for Slovakia. That's the second time Sikora has been spilled in this game.
Miles Mueller had a fantastic chance, and it was versus Maxim Sturbeck. And Sturbeck's trying to tie him up. He doesn't want to take a penalty. He's trying to get under his stick. And then with one hand, Mueller flips it to the net. And Guyan, trying to go for the poke check, has to make a right pad save. And then the penalty here, no doubt about it, just... I don't know, that's a... Is that an 80-20 call? I don't want to say 50-50. It looks like Sikora might have already been going down, but penalty nonetheless, an opportunity for Slovakia.
Perhaps they were listening to you when you said that Switzerland has not been shorthanded in this game yet. Back to the line. There's a shot in front. Petrovsky puts it there, scramble for a loose puck, and Samuel Honzik gets drilled in front. The puck is still loose. And finally gets cleared out of the mosh pit.
David Lassonde, who's the goaltending lead for USA Hockey and here with the team, he says that's where you got to be a hungry hippo in the net. That's correct. Find a way to get on that puck and not let it stay alive.
Sent into the corner and picked up and cleared down the ice by Lois Fullerman. First power play of the game for Slovakia. 2 for 7 yesterday for 28.5%. Meshar carries it in. Meshar gets a little bit of help. Servats Petrovsky will wait for it. Petrovsky plays some give and go with Sikora. Back up top for Sturback. Sturback lost the puck. Short-handed Gredig. Rico Gredig in on Guyan. And Guyan stays with him, and then Sturback got back to maybe just get a piece of Gredig's stick.
Gredig never even got a shot off. He lost the puck and it goes wide. Sturback did a good job. You know, you're in panic mode there, but he didn't show any by getting his stick in there and perhaps leading to a penalty shot, Dennis. Saw that earlier in the game.
This has been a bit of a tough game for Slovakia. You're right, they do look tired. And let's give Switzerland some credit. Power play is over.
I'll give Switzerland lots of credit. Yes. They've been quick, they've been competitive. They've had their chances.
Right back in the corner, gets all tied up there. Good offensive rush there by Rifchuk. And back up the ice, possible 3-on-2. Reber drops it back, shot by Guile Christie, and that went wide. Back to the blue line, Dionachio walks it into the high slot, and that wrister went over top the net and wide. And Dvorsky will send it all the way back down the ice. This will be an icing call, and it is hang on right now. for Slovakia.
Slovakia was on the power play, and as the puck ends up in and around the net area, Honzik's hunting the puck. He takes a pretty wicked cross-check right there from Timo Bunzli. Ooh. And keep in mind, that can be reviewed by the disciplinary committee. Honzik doesn't appear to be injured on the play, doesn't appear to be in any discomfort on the bench. But you know, those types of plays with the stick into the head and neck area, just not tolerated. The International Ice Hockey Federation level.
Another big face-off win there by Dalibor Dvorsky. But Switzerland right back into the Slovak zone. Centered to the side of the net, knocked away. Chernak going in after it. Into the corner, Kemetz trying to tie up Briard. In from the blue line to help out is Bunzli. And a scrum ensues in the corner with 3.5. These teams met last year in preliminary play. It was a shootout win for Switzerland. Another save by Guyan. And he does the hungry hippo and finds the puck and hangs onto it. 3:16 left to go. Adam Guyan has been terrific. There's the shorthanded chance that never ended up a scoring chance.
USA Hockey is teaching more than just a game. We're teaching kids about
teamwork, confidence, fitness, fun.
Because every kid deserves a chance to play, love, and excel. Visit USAHockey.com to learn more about the great youth hockey opportunities available for your child. Because dreaming big is one thing, getting the right start is everything.
Investing is not for everyone, right? Wrong. Wealth comes from pennies. Like oaks come from acorns. Wealth comes from the decision to invest, to bury your acorns, give them time to grow into a mighty oak like squirrels do. You see, investing was never meant to be an exclusive club. You just didn't have the right tools for it. Now you do, buckaroo. Acorns. Grow your own. Look at that. Beautiful.
Adam Guyan has been the story of this game. As Switzerland has been kept off the score sheet.
He's probably standing there going, I'm playing a back-to-back game too, guys. Like, help me a little.
Yeah, I'm not tired. And I play 60 minutes. You guys only play 18, 19 minutes.
Well, it looks right now like Slovakia is afraid to have the puck on their stick. It's like they get it on their stick, and it's like, let's get it off our stick and get it away from me and put it somewhere where there'll be no harm. There's no way to play. You got 3 minutes here. You got a timeout. I think for Ivan Fenish, it's figuring out my top 4 defensemen and my top 2 lines who I want to really take this game, try to take it down the line with a win.
Bit of a scrum off the face-off. It does come loose and controlled, and Slovakia will clear. This is where Servac Petrovsky and Dalibor Dvorsky, the face-off takers for Slovakia, are going to be key. This gets sent out at center.
Almost nice play by Machar. Sorry, Dennis.
Yep. Almost looked like the message of don't turn the puck over scared some of the players, and they don't want to handle the puck anymore.
And to try to limit turnovers, you go to a kind of a different philosophy. Let's just make sure we don't put ourselves into trouble.
Slovakia would almost take this right now for the next 2 minutes and 13 seconds. Finally, it comes off the boards and gets slipped down into the Switzerland zone, and Ustinkov made sure that got across the icing line.
I've seen Ustinkov get it into fourth gear. He got it right down into first gear there to get that icing.
Could have timed him with a calendar.
Switzerland with a timeout because Slovakia is not able to call a timeout on an icing. I would think this is an ideal time to pull the goalie as well. You know, you've had Slovakia over the last 30 minutes, no, not 20 minutes, 30 minutes or so that, you know, have been a little skittish, you know, with the puck. So get an extra guy out there to apply a little bit more pressure.
Not sure about the timeout. Give the Slovaks a chance to get rested here.
Well, I think he's also trying to get Mueller rested too, and his top guys, because they were in that battle in that scrum. So I think there was an equal amount of fatigue on both teams here, and you're trying to get a goal, and the goalie will sit on the bench.
And Marcel Yanni may also be banking on the fact that Slovakia is going to call a timeout too somewhere in the next 2 minutes and 2 seconds.
Yeah.
So yes, Bellieri to the bench for the extra attacker. And Tybell and a Ripchick in the face-off, and a face-off win, but another icing call.
No problem here for Slovakia, though, because you just had rest during the timeout. I mean, they get the puck up and down on the ice pretty quick after an icing, but it's another 20 or 25 seconds for sure that you get a little bit more rest.
And Tybell wins this one. Gets it back for Dionaccio. Throws it cross ice. Mueller lost his footing and went down on the far side. Puck comes around the boards. Will get chopped out. Lead pass. And all alone at the empty net is Peter Ripchick. Meshar finds him. And an empty net goal for Slovakia.
What an outstanding play by Philip Meshar on the boards. I mean, first of all, he gets there quick. He controls the puck, gets his head up, and makes just he sees that the boards are sealed right on the tape. What a great play by Philip Meshar. We know how gifted he is offensively. Repchek's had a really good game. 2 games in, he's been strong. You look at Philip Meshar, we know how much skill he has, but being able to play in so many different situations, Marty St. Louis, the Montreal Canadiens tapping into this game, watching Philip, that's development. That's him moving forward in really important areas. What a fantastic play.
Greg, you made the point to recognize that the boards were sealed off. And just that little delay, and that opened up a lane to put that puck right on the tape with Peter Ripchick. And a 2-0 lead now for Slovakia with under 90 seconds to go. Back in for Meyer, Simone Meyer. Bellieri stays in the net for Switzerland. Ustinkov sends it cross ice, near side, and again a stick getting into that passing lane. Back up through center, Dvorsky will play it through. Pekarchuk lost his footing and right back up the ice now for Meyer. Dishes it off to the front of the net. There's a penalty coming up on the play, and it's going to go to Slovakia.
At 2-0, I know it's late in the game, you got a 2-0 lead. Like Dalibor Dvorsky, just put the puck deep into the corner. You turn it over, now you got to go kill a penalty again. Come on, you're better than that, and he is. Just put the puck, like you talked about managing the clock, and Dalibor knows it. He's a smart player, he's a good player. But those are the plays that you just don't want to make to put your team in all kinds of trouble.
It's a delay of game penalty is what the referee announced.
Yeah, too many men on the ice. But that leads to a change. You know, you see the...
At the empty net, Petrovsky gets it back, and this one will get put to bed. Servats Petrovsky. It'll be a shorthanded, the second shorthanded goal of the tournament for Slovakia, and they will win this and go to 2-0.
Petrovsky, who's been excellent. And just a good play. The stick, Petrovsky stays in it, wins the battle. Stick on the ice. Just terrific play by Servets Petrovsky. It's a win where they had to grind it out, and obviously Adam Gajen, I mean, I don't think there's any question who the player of the game is for Slovakia. Number 30, Adam Gajen. But also on that too many men on the ice penalty, when you turn the puck over, now somebody, oh, the puck's coming the other way, and now somebody's trying to come on, somebody stays off, like doesn't get off, and you run into, that's where you run into the problem on a turnover as well there.
So looking ahead, it'll be an off day tomorrow for Slovakia. Friday they will play Norway in a game that they should win. And then that sets up a big match New Year's Eve against USA. Shot from the line, that went wide. Dying seconds here in Gothenburg. Short side try, Gajen knocks it away. In behind to the corner it goes, sent all the way down the ice. It's going to be icing waved off, and Adam Gajen will pick up his first World Junior Hockey Championship shutout.
You know, a lot of times we see when the Slovaks win, there's a little bit of jumping up and down. They're doing that now, but there's not very much of it because there just isn't as much spring in those legs as there was yesterday after their victory versus Czechia. But Adam Gajen, no question, he's the player of the game for Slovakia.
So Switzerland, plenty of chances, plenty of shot attempts, plenty of shots on goal. But they could not find a way to get one past Gajen. And Slovakia with 2 empty net goals, a 3-0 victory. And the schedule eases up for them now. As I mentioned, off day tomorrow, play Norway on Friday, off day Saturday, and then what could be a battle for first place, probably will be.
Well, this, in my view, cements a top 2 finish for Slovakia. Adam Gajen leaving his home base for the day. And you play the first 2 games back-to-back, and now you get an advantage with a day off, a game, a day off. And then even as you go into the quarterfinal, another day off.
Yeah, he can run the table now.
The player of the game is presented.
So we'll have the players of the game, and then we will have the Slovak national anthem as Slovakia goes to 2-0. Switzerland back at it tomorrow night. Switzerland will play Team USA. Tomorrow, a single day schedule here at the World Junior Championship.
Of Switzerland is number 29, Alessio Bellieri.
Bellieri is the player of the game for Switzerland. Made the saves that he had the one get by him, stopped Hanzik on a penalty shot, which was key. Returning from last year's team.
And the best player of Team Slovakia is number 30, Adam Gajen.
Adam Gajen will be the player of the game, and rightfully so. For Slovakia as he picks up the shutout.
If he wasn't the player of the game, I was going to file an appeal. And I was going to fight it all the way to the top of the IIHF.
Excellent goaltending in this game, and they both get rewarded.
Mueller had a really strong game for Switzerland, too. I mean, he was in the action.
So the final 3-0. Slovakia will go to 2-0 at this World Junior Championship. And now the Slovak national anthem.
The national anthem of Slovakia.
The dream start to this tournament continues for Team Slovakia. Now a perfect 2-0 after this shutout win over the Swiss. Will wrap it all up in this first game of 2 on the day from Group B here on TSN.
The 2024 IIHF World Junior Hockey